What's up, G-Show land, and welcome to another episode of the G-Show podcast. I am G1, and this is the Godzilla Block Party. And what are we talking about today? Nothing. We're going to do another commentary. That's not true. Big news dropped today. Unbelievable. I'm excited. They're excited. Who are they? Let me introduce you to the co-host, a.k.a. the cohorts. We've got JR showing up from his job. How the hell are you?
Listen, I got a spare mic. I'm just going to plug it into this computer. So from now on, better audio quality here at work.
So be it, Jedi. Also joining us, my Sib from another crib, Gam Z1. How the hell are you?
Today has been a canon event.
Okay. And also joining us, he's no longer a special guest, ladies and gentlemen. I think I've had him on way too many times now. He is officially a cohort and co-host, Shinrab Jira.
Yes.
How the hell are you, brother?
My wife left me this morning.
Good God Almighty, we are all falling apart here. Sid podcast though. While we watching Godzilla versus Space Godzilla, let's go. Oh,
Let's go. I'm down.
no, listen.
I'm down.
Listen, big news in the realm of Godzilla. That's why we're doing this. If you see the damn thumbnail, then you already know. But Legendary and Apple TV, Apple Plus, whatever the hell it's called, has given us our first look at the new MonsterVerse live-action television show. And it is now called MONARCH, Legacy of Monsters. We got to talk about this. I'm sure people are mad. I'm sure people are happy. I'm sure people are just mad with happiness like me. Let's get into it. Gam. We thought this was going to be called something completely different. What do you think of the new title?
Godzilla and the Titans was what it was being shopped around a lot. And so much so it was even the title of the Wikipedia page for a hot minute there until Apple TV put it and frickin' fixed it themselves. They even tweeted about that. It's a much better title. I'm gonna be honest. Godzilla and the Titans, as cool as that is, it sounds like a bad fan fiction. Monarch Legacy of Monsters is far more professional of a title, and I'm very excited.
Same here. JR, what about you? What do you think of the title?
I like it. I was thinking about it this morning when I was walking to the gas station, and I was like, that's a good title. Should have been called Godzilla the Monarch Files, but that's just me. Hey, it's not bad. I would sleep with the title. That's all I can say.
Okay, just chiming in a little bit. That would probably set the precedent that the show would revolve around Godzilla. Having it like this, we can have like a different Titan every episode.
Which is what I'm hoping for. Shinrab, you like this title or you wanted the other one?
I'm down with the title. Absolutely. I mean, it's just like Drew said. It kind of broadens the scope there. It's like if it was just called Godzilla Legacy of Monsters or whatever, it's like a little bit more expectations there. But now that it's just Monarch Legacy of Monsters, I mean, it could be like an X-Files show with kaiju in it. And it's like, I'm all about that. A little bit of Godzilla here and there. Even better. I'm here for it. Absolutely.
That's a funny thing that you mentioned that because I think that's what me and Gam was pitching way back, I think, in the G1 and Z1 show episode 3 or something. We were pitching.
Some or other, yeah.
Yeah, pitching the whole idea of the X-Files meets Godzilla. And it's, honestly, it's a perfect marriage.
It is.
As lifelong fans, never in a million years would I have thought we would have seen Godzilla in a live-action TV show. And yet here it is. And not only that, because I was like, nah, it's going to be Monarch. They're not going to really show Godzilla, right? Yet the first promotional image is fucking Godzilla. And I'm like...
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, just look at the thumbnail. I'm sure it's going to be it.
It's definitely going to be it. It is. And I'm just like, well, there we go. So now I want to talk to y'all about this thumbnail. I want to talk to you about this image. Mm-hmm. Because this is definitely ringing 2014. Like, this has to be...
That's definitely a shot from the Golden Gate Bridge.
Right. That's San Francisco 2014. And I was trying to look at the spikes behind them. And I mean, like, that looks like Gareth Edwards spikes, right? It looks like it.
For sure.
That's gotta go, G.
I love this. I'm telling y'all right now, I absolutely love this. It is. I love Legendary Godzilla. I love it. I do. But the fact that they went back and instead of, like, they kept it in continuity, right? With the comic books and all that stuff. Instead of giving them the traditional dorsal fins, like Godzilla got in King of the Monsters and continued on in Godzilla vs. Kong, they went and they used the Gareth model. And that makes my heart sing. I love it so much. I appreciate that so much. Like, I really do. It's like, Legendary's like, all right, we know who our fans are, right? Let's do it for them. Like, we just do it that way. Because we don't know when this show's taking place. Apparently, it's spanning a couple of decades. And who knows? Is it going to be pre-Godzilla vs. Kong? Post-Godzilla vs. Kong, but pre-GVXK, the New Kingdom, or whatever it's called, the New World Order? A lot to unpack here. Rob, what do you think about that? Where do you see this fitting where the movies are right now?
Well, the only thing I have in mind is the only thing I've read is that it's going to be a direct following from 2014 before KOTM. But I saw a lot of like different things floating around today that it was like 50 years in the past and then between back in the day and modern day or back in the day 2015, 2016-ish. So it's like I have no idea what to expect. I have no idea what's real. But I'm hoping honestly that the stories involving like Godzilla and everything kind of go back and then go after 2014 just to kind of span things. Maybe they'll adapt the graphic novels or something in some way to, you know, further solidify canon there, because Godzilla Awakening's been, that was retcon, wasn't it? Unintentionally?
Yeah.
Godzilla Awakening is now the most dubious of the canon of the comic books, and it's Godzilla Aftershock and Dominion and Kong, Birth of Kong, and that other Kong comic. Those are the most canon right now.
So maybe it'll fix that. Maybe it'll solidify, like I said, like its place in the canon and everything. And I mean, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm hoping. I'm just happy we have got a Goji back too. So.
Absolutely. JR. I mean, you know what drives me crazy? Is now I have to subscribe to something new, right? Yeah, you have to. And it's not like, you know what? I'll just wait until the show's almost finished, the season, and then get my free week subscription and watch them all, because I gotta watch it from day one, right?
Yeah.
What are you cutting out, JR, to watch this show?
Nothing, because 90% of my subscriptions I just steal from other people. I can literally only pay for HBO Max and Crunchyroll and $5 for Amazon Prime. Like, it ain't much. And I don't have subscriptions, man. I think I guess High Dive's in there, but I don't watch High Dive. I more just have it for like extra anime flavoring. But no, dude, like, I don't have a problem. Apple TV Plus, it seems like the subscription's pretty good. There's stuff on there right now I want to watch. I can't name the titles off the top of my head, but there's some good stuff from what I've seen reviews on. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll dabble around with it a little bit. Or steal it. My uncle has an account. I could just call it.
You would think listen, as of this recording, we are recording right now. I am recording on a brand new Mac. You would think I would get, I don't know, maybe a year subscription to Apple Plus, you know, redeem when necessary, because it'd be redeemed. It'd be redeemed. Speaking of redemption, or not really redemption, redeeming, Gams, when would I redeem this? Because they haven't dropped a date for this show yet.
They said that it's just going to be this fall, from what I saw on, it wasn't the Apple TV Twitter account, it was I think it was the official Godzilla account on what is now X, formerly known as Twitter. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen.
Still Twitter.
X.
But to answer some of the previous questions as well, I am also hoping that this clears up some things in the canon, like how they got anti-gravity technology. That would be nice to explain, because in 2014 we were just in the modern day. Now we're full fucking sci-fi. So, like, some explanation on how that happened would be nice. And as for replacing any subscriptions, no, I'm just gonna pirate it. I'm sorry.
Oh boy, I was hoping you didn't say that. Oh my God, this is terrible. This is terrible.
I am a terrible person, ladies and gentlemen. Please support the official release. I'm not going to, though.
What a terrible Godzilla fan Gam Gam is. But his name is derivative of Gamera, so I mean, I guess he's making a statement. He's making a statement.
I am the anarchist of the Godzilla community. All right, I love Gamera and Godzilla 1998. It's okay. Screw the establishment, the system.
I'm sorry.
That sounds like propaganda.
Better than proper grandma, I tell you that. Fuck. Oh Jesus. Let's talk about the cast. I like the idea with this cast. So earlier today, when Brother Chase, who unfortunately can't be here today, put this up on the messenger board, I was like, holy crap. And when I seen it was gonna be like taking place within a 50-year time span, I was like, is Wyatt Russell playing Kurt Russell, but the younger version? Like in the 50s? Because I would love it. And Gam Gams is like, no, I think they said it was going to be father and son. And then he came back, corrected himself, and said, nope, confirmed. It is the same character. I love that. Wyatt Russell looks just like his father. So,
He does.
I mean, like...
it's very similar to Fiona Dourif playing Brad Dourif as Charles Lee Ray in the flashbacks of the Chucky show.
Somewhat, but not really. I mean, I get what you're saying, but, yes, close enough. But for me, you know what I like about this? Is that they don't have to use the money to de-age Kurt Russell. Now they can use all that money for shots like this Godzilla. Or whatever monster of the week it's going to be. And that excites me. That really, really excites me. I want to know, in all honesty, what the hell the budget is for this. Because besides Game of Thrones, and Game of Thrones, it was sporadic because of the dragons. But besides Game of Thrones, what other show would feature a gigantic monster? And hopefully in every episode. Because let's be for real here. It's got to be every episode, right, Gam Gam? There's got to be a giant monster in every episode, right?
Yeah, no. This is going to be a giant monster TV show. You gotta have a giant monster in it every episode. This is not like a movie where you can have them sporadically laid out and have their screen time. He has this much screen time here. He has this much screen time there. You can't do that in a TV show like this. Otherwise, you might run the risk of having entire episodes where there's not a frickin' monster to be seen. And then what are people here for?
That's true. The human element, the human drama. I want to run down this synopsis real quick. So, Monarch. Oh, wait, no, that's not right. Hang on. Here it is. Following the thunderous battle between Godzilla and the Titans that leveled San Francisco, and by Titans they mean the Mutos, and the shocking revelation that monsters are real, Monarch, Legacy of Monsters, tracks two siblings following in their father's footsteps to uncover their family's connection to the secretive organization known as Monarch. Clues lead them into the world of monsters and ultimately down the rabbit hole to Army Officer Lee Shaw, played by Kurt Russell and Wyatt Russell, who was right there the whole time. Taking place in the 1950s and a half-century later, where Monarch is threatened by what Shaw knows. The dramatic saga spanning 3 generations reveals buried secrets and the ways that epic, earth-shattering events can reverberate. Help me out.
Reverberate?
That's the word! Through our lives. End quote. End summary. I love it. You know what I really like, where my brain automatically goes to? where Monarch is threatened by what Shaw knows. What does Shaw know? What is it that he's seen that Monarch is so afraid of? I'll tell you. I'm going to start this. I'm going to tell you. Gam, I'm going to tell you. They know.
Right.
They know about the Hollow Earth. And they used the floating glowy rocks for their anti-grav engines. It's all about capitalism. It's all about getting hold of the money. Sure, no. Oh, Garen fucking Teeth, the bad guy from GVK. He's gonna make an appearance in a young form, like a young Ricardo Montalban.
Yeah, it would be nice in the show to showcase the origins of Apex.
Since GVK didn't.
Yeah, no, GVK was just like, oh, hey, here's Apex. They're a thing. Huh? Who?
Why not? Why not? At that point in time, the monster... Wait, but isn't Godzilla vs. Kong supposed to be a small time jump from King of the Monsters?
5 years.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 3 years?
5. I'd say 5 years.
Yeah, 5.
5?
Okay.
5. That's a decent enough jump. I mean, I would say. Yeah, wow, really? 5 years? And Homegirl's still in high school? Okay.
No, right?
Yeah, that's... Yeah. Sorry, Madison. That's weird.
She couldn't pass math.
No, she couldn't. No, she couldn't. Anyhow, back to this secret, this information. Why is Monarch so worried about what Shaw knows? JR, anything in your head?
They know that Godzilla's feet from 2014 are going to start a fucking riot. And this riot will still be a discussion to this day. So they have to figure out how to change his feet to appease a fan base who bitches about nothing.
Oh my god, why did you have to give me Vietnam flashbacks to the Foot Wars of 2014?
The fucking Foot Wars.
Holy shit. But no, I think honestly it's gonna end up tying with the one of the villains in Godzilla Twitter Kong Fallen Kingdom. Whatever it's called. That's what I'm thinking. Like, they know of the Great Ape orangutan thing, or they know of the great other monster, and they're, like, taking it to their grave. That's what's gonna be. They're gonna take it to their grave. That's what I'm thinking. Because at this point, like, besides Godzilla's feet, what really secret do we have here, you know? Like, Ghidra already happened. You gotta allude to your next movie in some way, and that would be perfect. We get
that's where the Hollow Earth exploration comes in and discovering the red monkey.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, that would be an interesting little thing there. Either that or Godzilla's feet, man. Like, I'm serious. I am adamant about this.
Oh, God.
I'm telling you right now, I swear everything. I'm going to make a wiki feet page for Godzilla. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Just have all the pictures of every suit and every design feet.
Straight up. I'll be like, come at me, Toho. Come at me. But, oh my God. Rob, let me ask you this.
All
Being
right.
that this show takes place in a certain time frame, a certain time period, do you think this might be Legendary's way of saying, hey, we can correct some of the mistakes we made with the human element? For instance, Serizawa and his son.
Yeah, so that's what I'm hoping it's going to be. I mean, obviously, I hope it's going to be a good show and that it's, you know, going to stand on its own two legs and everything. But if they could fix a couple of things with the human characters that we eventually see beyond 2014, that would be great, especially that of Serizawa and Ren Serizawa, because that motherfucker was here and gone in a second, and then all of a sudden he's not there. Is he dead? Is he not? I don't fucking know.
And nobody even knew who he was. Yeah.
Like all of his character development being reserved for the goddamn novelization was an insult.
Yeah. So that would be an interesting place to go with this show eventually, because I mean, we really don't know if this is a one and done or if there's like a strategic plan for it, if it's going to be used like for like, hey, it does really well season 2 in between KOTM and fucking GVK. It's like, what could we possibly do to explain that even? Unless they're doing that in this season, I don't know. I'm just talking futurisms right there. But yes, I would like to think that a lot of what we missed out on in the films to follow could be built up here, help the human element out a little bit, and I don't know, maybe see some new monsters, because all the Titans from KOTM are still asleep right now. It's like, who else are we going to see? Is Willem Dafoe going to show up with a fork sticking out of his head saying he's the controller of Planet X? That would be fucking great. I'm sorry, I can't unsee it now. Willem Dafoe is the controller. It's got to happen if they ever do it.
Man.
But that's just me fan casting. But
I'm on board.
like, other than that, I have no friggin' idea. I'm just looking at Godzilla right now, and it's fantastic. Toothy bastard.
Toothy
But,
bastard.
Yeah.
Toothy bastard indeed. Gams. Speaking of Serizawa and his son, do we get the original cast? I am drawing blanks right now because I'm getting old and Alzheimer's is kicking in. But do we get the same cast to come back and do this? Because I don't think that's going to cost money. It's going to cost money, but you know what I mean.
Like Ken Watanabe and all
That's
that?
who I wanted
Sally
to talk
Hawkins?
about. That's right. I was thinking Raj Al Ghul all the way. Or Ubu, however you want to call it.
I mean, they haven't confirmed if those people are coming back yet, but it would certainly be nice.
That's what I'm saying. If we were to explore the relationships, considering the timeline, Serizawa is obviously alive still.
Yeah, obviously he doesn't die until a few years after this show's supposed to start, so he's definitely alive. I know he's probably most likely going to be mentioned a lot at the very bare minimum.
So you don't think there's a chance for him to be actually in the show, Ken Watanabe?
Oh, there is a chance. It's just it hasn't been confirmed yet. I don't know. I want it to be a thing. I definitely want it.
Oh, that's the question. Yeah, it's not about being confirmed or not. It's what you want. Because I want it.
I want it.
I
Hell
want it.
yeah.
You know, again, because we're trying to flesh out. Fuck, you know what? Make me nuts. Make me nuts. Bryan Cranston became a megastar because of television. So I'm just saying,
Yeah,
maybe we
and
rectify
that's
that mistake.
The timeline between Godzilla 2014 and GVK is like 10 years. We could have like a different guy play Ren when he's like in his early teenagers, maybe even preteens.
You could. Well, you absolutely could. Listen, here's my pitch. Here's my pitch. Bryan Cranston and Kurt Russell in a scene together before 2014. That's it. That's my pitch. That's my
I'd die.
That's my pitch.
I would die too.
Die. Like that's all there is to it. I'd fucking die. That'd be great.
I love it.
Fantastic.
So, Gams, I'll go back to you. You were talking about Ford Brody. Would we see him again? Whether it be Aaron Taylor Johnson or just Ford Brody portrayed by another actor. Do you think we would see him? I mean, Ford Brody was good for 2014. I don't think his story continues after that, you know?
I'm not sure, because like his story is pretty much done. Because like he got back to his family, he presumably probably moved to some other fucking state or country to get away from all this giant monster nonsense.
He moved to Canada.
So some rather, man.
And his wife turned into his sister.
And his wife turned into... Yeah, that is kind of... Well, you know, that's what happens when you fuck with the multiverse. So...
Yeah, it's true. It's a canon event, bro.
Shut up. You literally just said Rob didn't see the movie yet. Shush.
Oh, he's probably seen the meme. He doesn't know what it means. I didn't know what it meant until I saw the movie.
You just said that, and I thought of Canon Films for some reason, so... And I've seen the fucking movies. I'm all over the place.
All right, let's talk about these. Well, we already talked about Kurt and Riot. Was Russell playing the same character? Who is this beautiful Asian woman standing in front of the bus? Front of the bus in one scene, back of the bus in another. That's bad editing. Apple, get on your shit, damn it. Who is that, JR?
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh, that's my future wife.
No, don't say that, you fucking. Oh my god.
Now, I'm curious myself. Who that is. I wonder if the show's gonna have her in it for more than just that, or if it's gonna be like an episodic thing where she's in it for that episode, kind of following, like Godzilla's destroying San Francisco or whatever in the episode, and it's kind of following her from her perspective of what's going on. Could be a situation like that, or it's a recurring character. I don't know. I just know of 2 people that are supposed to be in the show, and it was Kurt Russell and his son, because I've been in the dark with the show. You guys know I've been asking for like months now. I'm like, did it just stop? Like, I've heard nothing. So.
Well, now we've heard something.
I know.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe it could be one of the Mothra twins from King of the Monsters.
You know what's funny?
Dr. Chen's sister.
Never have I ever heard JR give such an eloquent answer or response ever without being funny or facetious. No, the dude straight up was legit and serious with that response. And Jesus.
Well, now that you say that, Godzilla's feet.
No, Rob, the Mothra twins.
Yeah.
Quote unquote Mothra twins. In King of the Monsters, it's been established that Dr. Chen comes from a line of female twins
Yes.
who just so happen to be involved in some way, shape, or form with the Titans. Could this be a sister, descendant? I mean, why not just, cast the actress who played Dr. Chen in the movie? Preferably, I mean, because that's not her, but she also looks younger. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, the read-up on the plot synopsis says 2 siblings. Maybe she's one of the siblings.
Maybe.
Could be. Maybe she's a younger Dr. Chen. I mean, we don't know. But that's what my money's on. She's probably one of the main characters, I think, because, I mean, you don't just get a shot of the back of your head looking at Godzilla and then the shot in front of your head looking at Godzilla probably piecing out. You don't do that if you're just a minor character. She's got to be important to some extent. So my money's on her being one of the main characters. If this ends up being twins, then, I mean, it's so obvious, like, what they're doing there. But at the same time, it's like, what about Dr. Chen? She's okay. She got cut out of GVK as well as most of the other KOTN cast, but they're not dead as far as we know. They're all okay, just on the cutting room floor. So, yeah, I'm betting she's one of the siblings. She's one of the main characters. She's probably got radiation poisoning because look at how close she is to Godzilla in that shot. Jesus Christ. And, yeah, that's my assumption. I'm sticking to that. She is one of the main characters.
Gams, what do you think?
I couldn't agree with Rob more. Could be anything. I'm just gonna probably bet on the money that she's just one of the main characters with an unannounced name.
I swear to God, if her last name is Sagusa, I'm gonna fucking lose my shit.
Oh my God! If it's Mickey Sagusa, it's over.
That was my idea in the group chat earlier today. I was throwing that out there. I wrote Mickey GG for M11. MGG. Let's go. She's time traveling psychic. She's not a time traveling. Let me rephrase that. She's an interdimensional traveler. Okay? She comes from another universe. Oh my God. I'm dead. I killed myself just now. I just committed legit speculative suicide.
Whoa.
Yeah, right? Mickey Siragusa from fucking Toho is going to the Monsterverse because she was able, just like, who was it? Kitty Pryde did it to Wolverine in that blasphemous X-Men Days of Futures Past movie where she can send them back. All right, I'm off on a tangent. I'm not doing it no more. I'm gonna stop there. Because that's fucking retarded, Ray. Fucking retarded.
She ain't got the god tier ears either.
That's true. She does. Well, the rain might be covering it because her hair is stuck to her head right now.
Listen, man, rain don't stop god tier ears like those.
It really don't.
I'm casting a doubt there.
She is the best, though. She really is the best. I swear to God. I mean, honestly, as much as I love the Hesai series, it might be because she's the linchpin through it all.
I mean, that might be part of the human element that's been missing most from the MonsterVerse. Gonna be honest. If anything, I'll give the Heisei era. It's Mickey.
Well, I mean, so there've been reoccurring characters throughout every single movie. There is a continuity. Hell, even with fucking Kong Skull Island, the young
Brooks.
black dude is in
Brooks.
Dr. Brooks is in King of the Monsters. You have Serizawa from 2014 in King of the Monsters. King of the Monsters, you have the guy that I really don't care about,
Chad.
his name. Yes.
Chad.
Let's just go with Chad. He's not Chad. Is it Chad? I don't watch that
I
movie.
don't remember his name. It was like Tom or some shit.
Mr. Russell. You have Mr. Russell
Yeah,
reprising his
Coach.
role. What was his name?
Coach. I call him Coach.
Oh, yeah, Coach Russell. Let's do it. And it seems like Katie Hoddle is going to reprise her role for the next film. Where I was going
So
with
we
this.
have that.
Yeah, there was a point I was trying to make. It was the Mickey point.
Continuity.
It was continuity. It was the Mickey point. I like it. That's all I'm trying to say. If Kurt Russell pops up somewhere down the
He's
line,
more than just continuity. Mickey was the link between Godzilla and humanity. She could basically communicate with the dude because she's psychic.
so she was the showbin, because the J is silent, right?
No, it's Shobijin.
There it is. She was the Cosmos before the Cosmos. No. Oh shit.
Basically.
Again got quiet real quick. He was like, let me think.
I thought I was doing a thing that would not please my better half. Shh, don't tell him. But regardless, I just feel like if Mickey were to be introduced here, then she better be in Godzilla X Kong.
Do you think that's a... So, Rob, do you think that's a possibility? Do you think... Because this might be the second time that Toho's like, all right, use one of our characters. Serizawa being the first. Could
I think
Mickey
it's very
be?
possible. Yeah, why not? I mean,
they used Mickey in the IDW comics.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
That's true.
and I mean, at this point, we went from KOTM and this stealth bomber that's not a stealth bomber to having anti-gravity friggin' vehicles and some random-ass government-owned company building a giant mechanized Godzilla with a Ghidorah skull in it. Why couldn't Mickey just have always been there the entire time, behind the scenes? My depth of reality with something like this is just like, oh yeah, I was kind of doing something else, dude. It's like, yeah, all right, that's fine. I was just crushing some beers with the boys back there, dude. It's all good. It's like, yeah, like, dude, she could totally pop up, and unless it's something really stupid, I was in a deprivation chamber for the past 10 years. I'm waking up now because they need me. It's like, yeah, then that's a little eyebrow raising. But for the most part, it's like, yeah, she could come back. She could come through. She could help the homies out because, I don't know, with the way that GXK Rise of the Planet of the New Dimension of the Apes and everything is kind of being touted right now, it's a big plateauing moment. There's big steaks and mashed potatoes involved, so who's to say we can't, bust out some series names and everything like that and just really amp up the tension. It's like, oh wow, the Mickey Sagusa character's here. We're fucked. Something bad's gonna happen.
Mickey's gonna be a descendant from the Hollow Earth. That's who this lady is. That's who this young lady is. I would love it. I would totally love the idea that there's still a civilization in the Hollow Earth that, kind of made it out. Not to say it's the basis of human civilization, but was a part of it at one point, went down in the Hollow Earth, and then said, you know what? This crazy orangutan went crazy. We had to get the fuck out of there.
Fucking King Louie, bro.
You ain't lying.
Bananas.
You ain't lying. I mean,
Bananas.
what? One of y'all, I think Gam made the point that, or maybe even you, Rob, these Titans have been sleeping. So, the only thing we can go by right now are Mutos, Godzilla, and Kong, and anything on Skull Island. How much of Skull Island do you think we're going to see, JR?
I think there's going to be references. I don't think they'll actually go there. Like, at
Yeah,
all,
no, I
because-
don't. I don't see him going there. No.
No, because, like I said, it's going to be mentioned. It's going to be like, look, we already have a research team on there because the animated series went over that, and I think the comics already went over that. Like, there's already research teams that keep going there and not. It'll be referenced. I think it's going to focus more on, just all these new monsters that we've never seen. And then Godzilla's going to show up and fight them and eat them. And it'll be like the Showa era where it's just some random monster and then Godzilla's going to show up and eat them. Or Hanna-Barbera Godzilla. It's going to be like that. We're going to get the Firebird.
What are the odds, Gam? What are the odds that Toho and Legendary and even Sony make an agreement and we see Zilla? What are the odds?
Slim to none. Slim to none. That design of Godzilla, even looking at it as a separate monster, has a very negative stigma attached to him, and I don't think Legendary wants to touch that design with a 10-foot pole.
Bullshit. I call bullshit. Bullshit. It does not have a negative stigma on it. IDW made sure of that. IDW.
People who actually read comics appreciate it, yes.
Okay, then Final Wars made sure of that.
Final Wars made sure he was dead.
That's my point. Took care of that business. But no. But that's my whole thing, though. This is a different universe, unless, of course, like I said, Mickey is a interdimensional being. I don't want to get into it again. She brings Zilla with her. Oh my God. She's going through the This is Deadpool 3, the prequel. That's what this is. Mickey's going through the multiverse, getting all the Godzillas, Hanna-Barbera, Zilla. I'm done. I'm going to stop that. I'm sorry.
Here we come.
Yeah, I'm going to stop it now. I'm not going to go no more. But I did hear...
Reeling it back in, if this show is going to go through the eras of the Monsterverse, from the distant past to like maybe just before or after GBK and all that, I'd like to see more Titans that were featured in the graphic novels, like Titanus Tiamat, or more Behemoth would be nice. Zilla, maybe even more Rodan, because they have Rodan. He's there. He's not dead.
That's if this goes past 2019. Yeah, exactly. Good point. They're going to pay for them.
Pay for him? I don't know, man.
They did pay for him. They make merch of him, all right? He's there.
Listen. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a good point.
That's a very good point. I have no retort for that. Not at all.
That one.
I don't know. The Monsterverse team's pretty, at least right now, they seem pretty okay with just doing their own thing with monsters, which is perfectly fine by me. So, unless it's Zilla.
I mean, we could always do the tried and true Godzilla TV show thing and have them go to Loch Ness, where Godzilla meets the Loch Ness monster. They did that in both the Hanna-Barbera and the Godzilla 98 TV show, I do believe.
They
tied
also
into
did it.
Hell from Beyond the Fog.
That's nice.
It's Nebula.
I want this show, in all honesty, now that we know it's not called Godzilla and the Titans Godzilla and the Titans. I want this show not to have. I mean, as much as I would love it, but at the same time, I would not want it to be basically a live action version of Godzilla the series, because that's what it seems like we're pitching here, right? Like, oh, there's a random monster that just popped up. Oh my God, what can we do? Here comes Godzilla. Because basically, that's what Godzilla is in this legendary universe.
Well, here's the thing. Here's my thing. I'm not even saying, like, have fucking Godzilla in every episode. No. Actually, far from it. If this is a Monarch show and not a Godzilla show, I want Godzilla to show up maybe, like, in the first episode and the last episode. And everything else has new and original shit.
I'm down with that.
So am I. Yeah.
Like they're in the Amazon jungle and then they find a giant anaconda who starts eating people. And then whatever stupid joke we were doing in the Discord server.
Yeah, John Boyd shows up and calls everybody baby bird. Baby bird. I have to take a shit. Like,
that was a great scene. I'm sorry. I love the idea that he got eaten and then thrown up and he was still alive and then he died. I did. I can't lie.
Oh.
B-movie cinema.
It's B-movie cinema, right? Exactly. I agree with you, Cameron. This picture right here, what I'm thinking, this picture of Godzilla here is from the last episode. I think that. I honestly do. I think, yes, I think we need to see Godzilla in the 50s. And Kurt Russell there, that shot of Kurt Russell is maybe he's on the bridge too, looking at Godzilla like, here we are again, old friend.
My boy.
Kind of like, if he's going to play like the alternate to Serizawa, again, and I really hope that they get Ken Watanabe to play Serizawa. Thank you, Cam, for reminding me of his name. I would love to see him because he has kind of been the through line in these movies, even if he wasn't in GVK, or for that matter, Skull Island. But he's been a through line, and he's the one name from Toho that we all know, Godzilla fans at least, right? And I would love to see him somehow continue, right? But I couldn't be mad at Kurt Russell at all. This is one of my favorite actors, Kurt Russell is, and the fact that he's involved with Godzilla.
I've got an idea.
I love it.
What if he's a new take on Steve Martin from the 1956 King of the Monsters? That's his name. And then instead of being like a reporter, he's like a part of fucking Monarch doing research on these. And his name's Steve Martin. And then when he's super old and he sees Godzilla again, it's like 1985. You know, he's like Enos.
You're gonna have 12 kids too?
Yeah, we gotta have that, man.
I'm sorry, you said Steve Martin. I just thought of Steve.
I know. Everyone thinks of Bill O'Reilly, but listen.
I mean, Steve Martin was already established in the credits sequence for King of the Monsters, so he could definitely be somewhere in the universe.
Was he really?
Man.
Yeah. He was the one that commented on the discovery of another Mothra egg.
Oh, wow. Oh,
That's
wow.
what I'm saying. We could tie it all together. Make him Steve Martin. It'd be a nice little wink and a nod to the 56 that nobody likes except me.
No, it's not that we don't like it. Come on now. We love it. We love that movie. It's a good fucking movie.
I mean, it was the only version of 54 we got until 2006.
Yeah.
Unless you bootlegged it. Unless you bootlegged it.
Yeah, unless you bootlegged it.
I didn't know what bootlegging was until I was like 15, so.
You know, I still don't understand the term bootleg. Like, what the hell does a boot and a leg have to do with stealing shit off the internet?
It has something to do with alcohol. I'll tell you all about it later. It's some prohibition bullshit.
Okay, good.
Cool. Lore.
Well then, listen. I gotta be honest. I don't know how much more we can talk about this from these images and the show. I'm lying. I can. let's talk about the marketing that also dropped today, because honestly, I thought it was genius. Okay, so Legendary, I don't have Twitter, X, whatever you calling it. I don't do that. So I just go by what I see on, again, the Messenger page. Apple, I think, put something out that Legendary retweeted, re-X'd, re-Instagrammed, re-uploaded.
They call it reposting nowadays.
Thank you.
No, it's retweeted.
Thank you. I have no idea. Bless my old ass. But what I loved about it was Apple TV had information for this, but it was all blacked out, just like the credit sequences, the opening credits. That, to me, is marketing genius. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And again, I go back to what I said earlier. The little attention to details, right? And that's not even a little attention to detail. That's just what y'all have been doing. Y'all said that shit is a staple for the Monsterverse the way end credit sequences became a staple for Marvel. It's insane. Like, if anybody tries to pull that bullshit, I'm like, no. I hope Legendary got a cut. Because that is a staple now. That is a staple. They can't run away from it. They did it in every movie, and this marketing, to me, was genius. The only thing I will say is there should have been a word or two, like or two. Just say it. Just say it. You don't have to give nothing away. Or coming, then, well, not coming maybe, but because that would implicate other things. So I'm just saying. But no, I that little bit of marketing, that little tongue-in-cheek, even though it's not tongue-in-cheek, but that attention to detail, I give massive props to. Gam. What do you think?
I mean, we don't have a trailer, but what we've finally been given after nearly a year of basically nothing but, it's happening, boys. We promise. That it's nice. It's nice to finally have something.
Rob, what do you think?
I think it's funny because when this shit first hit the social media, everybody was like, fake.
Wow.
This is the fiat CGI model of Godzilla 2014. It's fake. And then everybody just comes through. It's like, nah, this shit real.
Oh, shit.
But I like how you pointed that out, how redacted information on the screen is now like a word that I can't think of with the Monsterverse.
It's tied with it. It's affiliated.
It's a staple. It's a trademark.
Yeah, and it's like I never looked at it like that before. It's like I always saw it, but I never thought of it like that. So now I appreciate that even more. Thank you, Ray.
You're welcome.
And hey, man, I say ride that to the fucking ends of the earth. Like, tease us with a trailer date, redact most of the information, give us a number, a singular number, and do monster names and have it all be redacted. Like, go nuts with the redacted tape and everything. I'm about it. I'm absolutely about it. Tease us until you can't no more. But one thing, just one thing, from these two shots in the rain, the tone, and you can't really tell much tone with pictures or anything like that, but the tone feels very 2014 as compared to that of KOTM and GVK. It just feels and it looks a little bit more 2014 than the other films did. So I wonder if that's going to carry over into the final product or not, if I'm reading too much into it. I don't freaking know. But
I personally think because Gareth Edwards is at least attached to, I think, two episodes at the bare minimum from what I read.
Help me,
online.
Jesus. Please give it to me, please.
hold on now.
Come on, man. Gareth Edwards is making his movie with The Kingdom, The Calling, The God Kid.
The Creator.
The Creator, thank you. That I cannot
Ken
wait to see.
Watanabe's in that.
Yes, he is. And I cannot wait to see that movie. That is right now the most anticipated movie on my docket. It's
up there.
But yeah, I could have sworn Gareth himself was attached to at least two of these episodes.
That might have been false information because I remember seeing something like that and it was fake. Like it got shot down very quickly, but I am not saying it is fake. because we don't know a release date right now. We don't know directors. We don't know if there's going to be multiple directors or just one. We don't know nothing yet. So keep it in the seasonings of the air. It's a possibility.
And
I would love to see the man come back. Personally.
Same. Honestly, I mean,
'Cause
look,
I love Gareth.
His touch has been sorely missed from the cinematic universe.
sorely, because as much as I love GVK and I know the detractors and shit, that 2014 is my favorite. Like that is my favorite. Like that's mwah! They made Godzilla just as real as possible. That's what I was thinking when you were saying like the tone of these two shots. And all I kept thinking was the realism that Gareth brought to that movie that went away after. From Skull Island to King of the Monsters to GVK. The realism just kind of like went out the window. It was like, yo, let's just do what Toho did, right? Like, let's just make crazy ass movies. And no, I totally agree. If Gareth was to come back for even like a producer credit on anything, sign me up. I'm all for it. JR, you've been quiet over there. What you think, bro?
I just keep thinking about these goddamn feet. Like, it's gonna spark it up again, man.
I swear to God.
I don't know. I did it. I did. That was my bad, bro. That was my bad, y'all. I'm sorry.
No, I'm like sitting here thinking about it. I'm like, well, elephants have those feet. Why wouldn't Godzilla have those feet? It makes sense. Sauropods
Their
have those
feet.
feet.
Stop having a fucking fetish for 5 minutes.
I don't even like feet. I'm one of the ones that are like their feet. Calm down.
How do you not like feet?
If you don't have a foot fetish, why are you talking about it?
Because everyone made a big deal about it, and I was like,
Everybody who made a big deal about it, I made.
those feet, all the sauropods, the big dinosaurs and the big mammals have those feet.
Yeah, and you want to know what happened in 2014? I made fun of everybody on every side because their fucking feet. Stop.
It was beautiful.
I am
It's
glad.
truly a time to be alive.
I am glad I don't have certain social medias certain social media outlets. Jesus, get it out. There it is. I am glad that I stayed away from certain places because, in all honesty, if I would have seen that,
Wait, how did you not notice the foot wars on Facebook? They were there too.
That's where it like took off.
because I ignored it. That shit don't have no bearing in my life. I will say this. If everybody want to talk about Godzilla's feet, I will say this one thing. At least it ain't stinky feet, because the motherfucker's in the water 99% of the time.
I mean, they are pretty clean.
Clean feet, baby.
Fish tank. Yeah.
Fish tank. Oh, God, fish tank. Oh, no. Listen. I'm
He
rapping.
might stink like fish. You never know.
I'm rapping
They've
this.
never commented on it. That's a hidden thing that could make its way into this show. Does Godzilla stink? Yes or no?
Listen, the only fish tank from a Godzilla is a Geno 98. That's it. And
You
maybe,
got the fishy breath. That's about it.
and maybe,
Just
quite
the way
possibly,
his mom's cooking.
the open scab wound that was Shin Godzilla, also a Geno.
I mean, if we think about it, Godzilla 1998 could stink for more than just the fact that he ate fish. It's also the fact that he swam in the Hudson River.
I take personal offense to that. Fuck you. Okay, being a fucking New Yorker. To hell with you. I love you, Gam. Fuck you.
Isn't it more intimidating that Godzilla 1998 survived the Hudson River?
That's very
at all?
true. That's very true.
That is scary.
Listen.
But he died missiles and everything. There's that. But he survived the Hudson.
Listen.
He survived the Hudson. That's why he was weakened.
Where I grew up.
We could because of the Hudson. Exactly. That's how he died.
Where I grew
It
up.
all makes sense now.
Where I grew up, we had the Gowanus Canal. And that was literally Hedorah's piss. The Gowanus Canal was Hedorah's piss. That shit was nothing but sludge. It was and not even Hedorah's piss. It was his excrement. It was everything. It was 1 and 2. And I'll never forget, my uncle, he had a little boat, right? Little tiny motorboat. And he found a dead alligator one time. And I was the craziest thing. I was like, an alligator in the Gowanus Canal? From where? Where'd it come from? But the fact of the matter is, you never disrespect the Hudson River like that, bro. I used to swim in that shit, okay? A couple times.
How did you not die?
Because we called it the Atlantic. It's all about name changes, bro. You think of a different thing, you're in, you win. You swim, you're in.
The same ocean, bro.
That's it. Just listen. It's just the thing. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're gonna get out of here. So I'm gonna get my final takes from everybody. Gam, final takes. What do you take away from this? Are you super excited? What's the haps?
I am hyped. I am hyped because it looks like the Gareth Edwards vision for the Monsterverse is coming back at least a little bit. And that is exciting because the direction the franchise has been going since GVK has been... but, you know, you're the only one out of the 4 of us who thinks otherwise, so...
And I can't be wrong because, 9 out of 10 doctors. Shinrob, are you excited for this?
Yeah. I'm exceptionally excited for this. I can't wait to see what stories they're going to tell. I can't wait to see what monsters we're going to see. I can't wait to see Kurt Russell, even though he ain't got the thing beard. It's okay. Kurt Russell's in a Godzilla property. That's fine. He don't need the beard. He's there. It's great. And I hope and pray there is at least a small resurgence of Gata Goji merch, be it from Bandai, from Haya, from whomsoever. I just want to see that design re-immortalized in plastic, vinyl, resin, whatever the hell. I'm excited for a lot of things.
Wow, I didn't even think about it like that. That's a great fucking point. JR, outside of the nail polish you want on his toenails, what is your excitement levels for the show?
They're contained because we don't have the release date. It maybe fall. We also have Godzilla -01, whatever the hell it's called.
Don't make fun of that. Don't make fun of that. I'll kick you in the neck.
No, I just forgot the name though. But no, it's going to be interesting. It'll be nice to see Kurt Russell in Godzilla. I mean, that's a dream come true right there. It's like Kurt Russell's one of my favorite actors. By the way, highly recommend Bone Tomahawk. He's in it. Everyone should watch Bone Tomahawk if you love Kurt Russell. But yeah, no, it'll be interesting, and the idea of them finding different monsters, I like that. You say the Hudson alligator, you talk about alligator in the Hudson River. It's like, what if there's a giant alligator under New York City? Stuff like that, because you can do it. But, baby bird, let's go. It's retro.
Well, listen, I am extremely excited. I cannot wait. Like Gam said, like Shinrob said, the vision looks like Gareth's vision. And in all honesty, as much as I do love GVK, that was the vision I wish would have went. The realistic approach to this. It makes the most sense. I cannot wait. I am going to go out on a limb and say, because my previous idea did not come to fruition, we're going to see the release date. If they're telling us it's going to be fall, Friday, November 3rd, 2023, right on Godzilla's birthday. Come on, baby. Give it to me. Give it to me, baby.
It was something on the big guy's birthday.
Give me something on the big guy. Right. Japan can't have everything, God damn it. Even though, it is their creation. But come on, man. Give it to me. But that'll do it for this episode of the Godzilla Blog Party. I want to thank everybody here for joining us. So, Gams, thank you so much.
Always thank you for having me.
JR, of course, thank you so much.
I dream of your feet.
Oh my God, I knew I should have saved it for last. Shinrob, thank you so much.
Anytime, anywhere, fam. Always a joy, always.
Love it. And thank everybody out there for listening in, man. I am G1. This is the G Show podcast, and we are out of here. Peace.